yesterday's episode of Skeem. I have my notes here so that I can look at them, and it will give me it will basically jog my memory of all the scenes I saw yesterday. So let's start with uh, Khewzi. So this is what I said. I said Khewzi has now been officially charged with attempted murder of Lehasa. So you remember what I said yesterday that she was held for 24 hours before she got charged? Well, yesterday was that day where she got officially charged with the Hash's stabbing. So it looks like there's a chance that she'll go to prison for all this time, not just in a holding cell, in actual prison. But the question is she actually going to go there? Or she going to find a way to not to go to jail, you know? Knowing her, she's capable of like a lot. She's capable of dodging cops and the crime she committed. She might find a way to not go to prison, to be honest. She's unpredictable, like I said. So Peterson did charge her with the crime, and he read her her rights and everything. She was like, "Please let me go. I did not commit this crime. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me." Like with a straight face, she was even crying or pretending to cry. I don't know what she was doing. This woman, she's willing to keep up with this lie. Like if someone is willing to keep up with a lie like that, she is convinced she can lie with ease so that someone can take her place like Preachy. Like, why? Why? I don't get that, but I'm here for it. I'm enjoying that part of the storyline, you know? I'm enjoying every bit of it. But for her to really fake it that way and she pretends to be crying over being arrested, knowing very well she committed the crime, nah, I respect her for that. Like, she's keeping up with this whole I didn't do it, it wasn't me, it was Pretty. Nah, I respect you for that. For keeping up with the lie to this point. Like, I thought she would have, like, cracked at some point, but this woman, she is keeping up with this lie. Okay, she's keeping up with the lie, and I'm surprised it took her this long. Like, she's willing, she's really willing to make sure someone goes to prison for a crime. But I don't think Lehasa will allow that. He will not allow Preachy to go to prison for a crime she committed. She will never do that. She will never ever do like he will never do that. He will never let someone like Khewzi let the love of his life Preachy to go to prison for what she did. I don't see that happening at all. Not even one bit. Now, I did touch on Peterson. I said Peterson decided to question Lehasa one more time. Like he went to the hospital to question Lehasa one more time to see if he's willing to give an honest statement of what happened that night. But Lehasa, he doesn't want to either incriminate himself or he wants to do this his own way. I don't know why he's not being honest with Peterson. I mean, he's the victim in all of this, so that should be the reason why he should tell the truth, because he didn't do anything wrong. He's the one who got stabbed. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this is your opportunity to make sure Khewzi goes to prison for what she did. But in the same breath, I think the reason why he's not willing to tell the truth is because Khewzi has a lot of ammunition in terms of like, she knows his secrets. She knows where the bodies are buried, uh, figuratively and literally. Like, she knows Malpassa's secrets, you know? Like, hello, she knows that Lehasa killed Fanny, and that's so much ammunition that she can use against Lehasa. I think that's why he's hesitant to tell Peterson what happened that night, because if he does tell him what really happened and Khewzi goes to prison, she has enough information that she can use against Lehasa. She can decide to tell Peterson all about Fanny's death and all Lehasa's shady dealings that she was there for. You know what I mean? She can all of a sudden just open her mouth and say, look, this is what Lehasa has been up to, and he's the one who killed Fanny. If she decided to tell the truth, you know, because if Lehasa is willing to let her go to prison for what she did to him, she has so many ways to end Lehasa if she wanted to. I think that's why he's hesitant to tell the truth. He wants to deal with this personally, without any law, without any, crime being, like, he doesn't want the police to deal with things, because there's a possibility that he might go to prison himself if Khewzi opens her mouth. Let's now talk about Mantul. As we all know, Mantul is still a hard head. She does not want Preachy to, be in her house. I think that she's really not in a good space right now. And she's really trying to figure out how to deal with this. How to really face her heart and her head. Like, I think part of her wants Peter to come back, but there's a part of her as well that does not want her to come back, and she's even praying about it. She's trying to fight with her feelings of like, I don't want her in here, but at the same time she wants her daughter to come back. I feel like she does, but obviously she's stubborn and she does not want to do that. But there's a small part of her, as a mother, there's no way you can just throw your child to the wolves and not care about it and pretend like you don't care about it. At some point, you're gonna care about it. As much as you pretend to not care, you're gonna care regardless. She's your daughter and you love her. That's why she's conflicted about this. She's really conflicted, and I understand why she's conflicted. You know, it's like, oh, I don't want my daughter to get hurt, but in the same breath, I want to teach her a lesson, but I don't want her to get hurt. So it's kind of like, okay, how am I gonna deal with this without hurting my daughter? But at the same time, she's hurting herself because her daughter's hurting at the same time. So she's conflicted. Like I said, she doesn't know how to deal with this. That's why she's praying. She's praying about it because she doesn't know how to deal with this. Like, I understand where she's coming from, really. It must be difficult because as a mother, you want to protect your daughter, your son, your children, but you need to be firm and let them know that what they did is wrong and they need to be punished. But she's having a difficult time dealing with the fact that she lied. She really lied about where she was going and who she was with. So it's like, okay, should I go with my heart or my head? And then that's where she is right now. She's conflicted, but we'll see how that goes. Now let's go back to Lehasa. I said here, Lehasa lied to Peterson about not remembering what happened the night he got stabbed. So, for some weird reason, when Peterson was interviewing Lehasa about the night he got stabbed, he lied about it. He said, I don't know what happened. Okay, that really confused me. That I was like, what in the name of God are you doing right now? What do you mean you don't know what happened? What the hell do you mean you don't know what happened? Why are you saying that? What's the game plan of you lying to Peterson about you not remembering what happened? Why are you doing that? He must have a reason because I don't see that reason. I was confused as hell trying to figure out why he said he doesn't remember. He doesn't know what happened. Because it's obvious that we all know that he remembers what happened. He knows. So, for some reason, there's a part of him that wants to either deal with this personally without the police, being part of it. I don't know. But there should be a reason why he lied to Peterson. He can't just say, I don't know. You don't know. You have to you have to have a plan for you to lie. Like there should be a plan. You can't just say, I don't know to Peterson. I honestly thought he would take this opportunity to tell Peterson the truth. I don't see how and why he would lie about this. But like I said earlier, maybe it's because he knows Khewzi has secrets about him that she can use against him. I think that's why. The second reason why is because he wants to deal with her personally, because he's vengeful. He wants to deal with her the way he wants to deal with her, sorry. So that's the reason why I think he's hesitant to tell Peterson the truth because he wants to deal with this personally in his own way. And I don't blame him because Khewzi did stab him, so revenge is the sweetest when he did it himself, I guess. Um, Still on the topic of Lehasa, uh, Peterson got told that Lehasa does not remember what happened, like who stabbed him. Like he's pretending to have memory loss. I don't know why Lehasa is pretending to have memory loss, but they should. I think he has a game plan about this whole thing. But I'm excited to see where that is going, because I didn't see that coming. I honestly did not see that coming at all. So there should be a game plan or a reason why he's doing that. So Peterson wants to know who and why Preachy is being framed. So obviously Peterson has figured out that Preachy is being framed, and he asked Lehasa, why do you think Preachy was framed and who framed her? We all know it's obvious because he's the one who framed Preachy. So I think the reason why he asks is because he has to take the statement from the horse's mouth, which is Lehasa. And if he has the statement, that means that's the proof he can use to arrest Khewzi and have a strong case to arrest her when he does go to the court, you know? So if Peterson has that statement from Lehasa, then it's a good thing, really. It's a really good thing because that means his case is going to be strong enough to send Khewzi to prison. But in the meantime, Lehasa does not want to say anything. He does not want to make a statement. So it's going to be difficult for Peterson to build a case that can send Khewzi to prison because Lehasa himself does not want to help Peterson. For what reasons, I don't know, but I have my own, theories, which I already mentioned. Um, Now let's talk about Preachy a bit more. I said Preachy is emotionally distraught. She's still trying to come to terms with the fact that Khewzi is pregnant. Now, this must be so hard on Preachy because she was pregnant at some point. She was carrying Lehasa's unborn child, and at that time, Lehasa didn't want anything to do with Preachy. So she decided to have an abortion, as we all know, and as we all saw, which was heartbreaking because for a man to deny a pregnancy that he knows very well is possible, it's heartbreaking for any woman, for any girl, really. So I think the only way out that Pretty saw was to have an abortion, and that's what she did. So now it's like assault is being put on a sore that she healed. So it's like now that scar is being ripped open with the fact that Khewzi is pregnant. That's just like rubbing salt on top of a really raw, open wound. It must be hurting her so hard. I cannot even imagine how painful this must be for her. You know, Facing the fact that you aborted your own unborn child just for your lover, your boyfriend, to have another child with a woman that tried to kill you, that's alone is just too much for anyone. So for someone who really loves Lehasa the way Preachy loves her, loves him, I mean, that's just like stabbing someone in the gut over and over again. And that's how she's feeling right now. She's emotional. She's hurt. She's going through a lot of emotions that I think finding out that Khewzi's pregnant is even worse. Like, how can someone deal with that? It must be hard for any woman, you know? Um, there was also a scene where Preachy had flashbacks when she was pregnant, when she decided to have an abortion. I mean, I think Khewzi's pregnancy has brought up some painful, traumatic memories about regarding her pregnancy. I mean, to see another woman be pregnant with the love of your life, knowing well that you were pregnant before her, it's just traumatic for anyone. So for her, it brought up so much memories, so much traumatic memories about her pregnancy, how she went through so much pain because of Lehasa, so much pain when Lehasa denied that child. It's like, I aborted my child because you do not want that child. And now you're having another child with a woman that stabbed you and tried to kill me. It's just so much to process for her because she dealt with a lot already. So now there's another thing that she has to deal with. Um, let's talk about Lushwale. Obviously, Lushwale is like in love and whatever. But I said Lushwale has a new girlfriend, and that girl has a baby daddy is Clement's ex-boyfriend, obviously, who was married. For some weird reason, it just happens that Charlotte's girlfriend is actually someone's baby mama. Like I don't know what that is gonna. I don't really I don't care about that really. I'm mostly watching Lehasa's storyline. I really don't care about Lushwale and his new girlfriend and the triangle that's going on. I really don't care about that. Um, so Pomona is currently doing some damage control after Khewzi arrest. He has to deal with Khewzi's uncle regarding the Lobola negotiations. So obviously he has to deal with the fact that Khewzi is now in prison and the uncle wants to know when the Lobola negotiations gonna happen. Uh, obviously it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Duh. Khewzi's in prison, no prison, in jail for her crimes, but no one knows. So he has to deal with that. He has to lie through his teeth so that he does not create more drama that he cannot handle right now. Finally, still on Pimbler, he's been lying to Khewzi's uncle because he does not want to tell them about that niece. That niece has been arrested. Obviously, who wants to tell someone bad news regarding their family members? And on top of that, there is a Lobola negotiation that should be happening, but that's not gonna happen because Kwesi is in prison. Not prison, jail. She hasn't been to prison yet, but I don't know how he's gonna deal with that. Okay, he has to deal with the fact that there's no wedding. Kwesi is in jail and facing criminal charges for what she did, and Preachy as well. She's in this whole thing. So there's so much that Lehasa's uncle is dealing with in terms of this whole mess. And he does not know where to start. He honestly does not know where to start because he has to face Chris's uncles. But they don't know that this wedding is off because of what Chris did. So they're in the dark and they don't know how to deal with it. So he has to be like, okay, I have to lie through my teeth right now because I have so much to deal with regarding Lehasa's fighting for his life there. Preachy's also in this mess. Chris is lying through her teeth as well, and she's facing criminal charges. It's like too much. It's too much. Her pregnancy as well. You see, there's so much that he has to deal with, and in this moment, he doesn't want to deal with it. He just wants peace of mind before he can make any life-changing decisions. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you thought about last night's episode. To be honest, it was fascinating. I enjoyed it. The storyline regarding Khewzi, Lehasa, Preachy, Pomona is going somewhere. I'm enjoying this, and I love how they're taking it slow for us to really enjoy, to marinate into the characters, the storylines, to really enjoy watching what's happening. Like seeing the storyline unfold day by day. It's really fascinating. I'm enjoying every bit of it. I love it. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Peace.